I stopped buying sprouts after I learned how to do this, and it is so easy. Hey guys, it's Maddie from Let's Eat Plants, and today I'm going to show you how to grow your own sprouts at home so that you can always have fresh sprouts on hand. And the best part is that it's only going to take you literally a couple of minutes every day to grow them. So let's get started. All you're going to need to start is some legumes or seeds, a clean jar, some cheesecloth to cover the top, and a rubber band to secure the cheesecloth. Or as an alternative to all those items, if you don't happen to have a jar and cheesecloth at home, is to just use a jar like this. After using the jar and cheesecloth method for many years, I actually picked this up and it is much simpler to use. It is specifically designed for growing sprouts, so I will link this one down below in case you want to check it out, but it is not necessary. I'm actually going to show you today how to grow in either jar. There are actually a lot of different kinds of legumes and seeds that you can sprout. Today I'm going to show you 3 different varieties. I'm going to show you how to grow mung bean sprouts, lentil sprouts, and this sandwich booster seed blend, which is a mixture of clover, alfalfa, radish, and mustard. And these are probably the most similar to what you will find at the grocery store. Usually those are alfalfa sprouts and these have alfalfa in them, so they will probably look the most familiar to you once they're grown. Right now they just look like seeds. So all we're going to do is to take our clean jars and measure out a couple tablespoons of seeds or legumes into the jar. Now, all seeds and legumes are going to start the same way. We are first going to rinse them very quickly, and then we are going to start by soaking them. Now, depending on what variety of sprout you choose to grow, it's going to have a different soaking time. So for example, these sandwich booster sprouts only soak for about 4 to 6 hours. So after rinsing, I usually like to start soaking them in the afternoon so that by the evening they are finished soaking and are ready to drain. The mung beans and lentils, on the other hand, need to soak for about 8 to 12 hours, so I find it's easiest just to soak them overnight. So after giving them a quick rinse, I will usually start the soaking process in the evening right before I go to bed. And so here's how they look the next morning once they have soaked overnight. And that is pretty much it for starting off these sprouts. All you're going to need to do now is to rinse them twice a day, one time in the morning and one time at night, which is really easy. It only takes about 30 seconds to do. After rinsing, you do want to place your jars in a downward facing angle, and that's just to let any extra water in there drip out. If you're doing this with just jars and cheesecloth you have at home, then go ahead and prop them up on anything else. I like to just use a bowl. So just first thing in the morning when you wake up, go ahead and give them all a rinse. And then right before you go to bed at night, give them another rinse. And just repeat this process for around 4 or 5 days. And very quickly you will start to see some sprouts growing. Sprouts, I feel, are just one of the most underrated foods. They are so rich in nutrients. They are a good source of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and they're especially rich in vitamins A, C, and K, as well as folate, iron, and fiber. Sprouts are actually easier to digest than the unsprouted seeds or beans they come from, which can make them more tolerable for people with digestive issues. Sprouts contain high levels of vitamin C and antioxidants, which can help strengthen your immune system and protect against illness. And some studies have even shown that sprouts may help lower the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer due to their high nutrient content and antioxidant properties. So overall, sprouts are just a healthy and nutrient-dense food that can provide numerous health benefits. They are super versatile and can be used in a variety of dishes, including salads, sandwiches, stir fries, etc. So it has been 5 days since we started these sprouts, and just look at this abundance of sprouts that we have. They have all fully grown and are ready to eat. For storage, all we need to do is pop these into the fridge, so you can actually keep them in the jars that they're already in and place the whole thing in the fridge, or you can empty them out into a Tupperware. Either way is fine. And these should be good in there for about 5 to 7 days. Now for the jar and cheesecloth method, what I usually do is just to wash the jar in the dishwasher, and the cheesecloth I actually will reuse over and over again. So I just add it to my laundry with my other kitchen towels and it's ready to be used again. And then for our sprouting jar kit, of course, you can just wash everything with soap and water. So not only is this super easy, but growing sprouts at home is actually often the healthier option as well. Not only are they going to be fresher, but they are also not going to be exposed to the same kind of contamination as store-bought sprouts. Sprouts are actually quite susceptible to bacterial contamination, which can cause foodborne illnesses such as salmonella and E. coli. When you grow sprouts at home, you're more in control of the growing environment, and that can help reduce the risk of contamination and make the sprouts safer to eat. To be honest, you can't even find all of these sprouts in the stores. I personally have never seen fresh lentil sprouts sold in stores before, and here in Ontario, apparently you can't even buy alfalfa sprouts. I was very surprised when I found that out. Now, mung bean sprouts you can usually find at Asian markets, but I know not everybody has easy access to an Asian market, and plus it is just so easy to grow your own at home. As for cost, I bought this entire bag of sprouting seeds for $5, and it has 125 grams of seeds inside. It takes 10 grams of seeds to grow about 75 grams of sprouts, so for only $1.35 I can make 250 grams of sprouts, which as you can see is quite a lot. So yes, not only are they inexpensive to grow at home, but of course they are so easy and so nutritious. But if you're not exactly sure how you're going to use up all of these sprouts, first of all, you do not have to grow this many sprouts at once. And secondly, you've got to check out this video here because I put my homegrown sprouts in 4 of these recipes, including homemade sushi, which I don't think a lot of people would think of for sprouts. So go check it out. I think you're gonna love it.